Sound waves come in here, cause this tympanic membrane to vibrate.
Eardrum?
That is your eardrum or your tympanic membrane if you're really being, medical about it. Then there are 3 bones that attach to this, the incus, malleus, incus, and stapes. And the stapes has these little prong things on it like this, okay, that attach on to this part right here. That's the other part of the stapes, that white stuff right there.
So that's stapes as well?
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like
What's
that.
What's the seashell-looking thing?
That's the cochlea.
Oh.
That's where the hearing is. Okay. So when my eardrum vibrates enough, it causes the malleus, incus, and stapes to vibrate, and it pushes on this little foot pad in here. Okay. And this foot pad is attached. This is at the oval window, and it's going to do this. So if I'm catching something right here, okay. This is the water inside of it, okay? So when this starts vibrating, it's going to cause me to vibrate, right? And I'm going to push on this that has water in it, and it's going to create waves, okay? The waves travel down the cochlea, and depending upon the frequency of the waves, okay, are they big, long waves? If they're big, long waves, they travel way inside, and that sound would be a really deep sound. Okay, that's a long wavelength. It's like this. Okay, if it's a really short wavelength, it's really high pitched. Really high pitched. Okay, so those didn't travel very far. So if you think about Grandpa, can Grandpa hear the little kids' voices very well? No, because they're real high pitched. But he hears his buddies talk fine because they all been drinking too much scotch and smoking too many cigarettes. Right?
His pedal wore out.
So the hairs up close wears out before if you shoot guns a lot.
Yeah, 22 ammo will kill your hearing.
Mm-hmm. Or if you go to the
Range.
nightclub and get up close to the speakers, so that you can feel it hitting you, okay, you lose some hearing.
Oh, and
You
then
burn your little cilia out, okay? So inside of here, if we cut through this, that's what the slide is, a cut through of the cochlea, we're going to see these 3 cavities, or chambers inside the cochlea, okay? The vestibular duct, the cochlear duct, and tympanic duct. Okay? This is where the fluid is. So as the fluid makes its way along, it causes this little guy right here, which is the tectoral membrane, to vibrate. And if it vibrates, it causes these little hair cells to go off. And the hair cells bend and send a signal to the brain that says, I'm hearing this sound. So if I hear it, really deep sounds, I'm hearing the ones that are way back here. If I'm hearing really high-pitched sounds, it's up here. And there are things on the iPad that you can get to test your hearing. Y'all know there are ringtones for young kids can hear. Yeah, that I can't hear at all. Okay, so you can test your hearing.
I hate that sound though.
Okay, so what happens is once we've generated a sound, it gets sent. This is called the cochlear portion. This is the cochlea. This is the cochlear portion of the vestibular cochlear nerve. The vestibule is up here, okay? And it deals with the balance. So you have your semicircular canals here, all in 3 different planes. So no matter how we move, it's going to cause the fluid in here to move, right? It's going to be picked up by little hair cells in here that are going to bend based on the movement. So if we go this way, we get this one moving, this one moving, this one telling hairs which way is going. And we've got nerves that take that up here, and we know which direction we're going. That's why when you get off the roller coaster, these are all sloshing around so much you're kind of, whoa, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a vestibular portion of the nerve that comes off like this. The cochlear portion, they join up here and become the vestibular cochlear nerve.
Okay, so when you get vertigo,